You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Tuesday the 15th of April, 2025. It is 26 days after the spring equinox. It is 66 days before the summer solstice. Today is the income tax deadline in the United States. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 26th day of Germinal, the day of the lilas, the lilac. The sun rises today at 6:16 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:56 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:36 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:04 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 8:38 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 34 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waning gibbous phase and is 94% full at midday. The last quarter will arrive on Sunday, the 20th of April. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, high tide, 12:13 a.m., 1 meter 62. In the morning, low tide, 6:28 a.m., 3 centimeters. Near midday, high tide, 12:45 p.m., 1 meter 40. In the evening, low tide, 6:37 p.m., 21 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, the maple trees have finished their spring bloom. Their leaves are just now beginning to unfurl, like tiny umbrellas opening to the sun. Commemorations. On this day in 1817, Thomas Hopkins Gallaudet and Laurent Clerc founded the American School for the Deaf in Hartford, Connecticut. It was the very first American school for deaf students. The school exists to this day. On this day in 1924, Rand McNally first published the Rand McNally Auto Chum. It was the first road atlas printed in North America. It was printed in 2 colors, dark blue and red, and the practice of numbering roads had not yet come into use. On this day in 1947, Jackie Robinson broke baseball's color line as he made his debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers. 26,000 fans crowded Ebbets Field that day. Robinson scored the go-ahead run in a victory against the Boston Braves. On this day in 1989, the Tiananmen Square protests began in China. The protesters sought a more open and more democratic society. The protests would last until troops entered the square on the evening of June the 3rd. On this day in 1889, A. Philip Randolph was born in Crescent City, Florida. He organized the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters in 1925. It was the first successful African-American-led labor union. Randolph was also the head of the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom, at which Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his I Have a Dream speech. A lifetime of organizing and pushing back against economic and racial injustice made him the greatest black labor leader in American history. He once said, "Freedom is never granted, it is won. Justice is never given, it is exacted." Today is National American Sign Language Day in the United States. American Sign Language, or ASL, is not just a means of translating English into gesture. It is a language in its own right, with its own grammar, culture, and traditions. Today let us honor the richness of ASL and its contribution to our beautiful polyglot society. And finally, today Jackie Robinson Day is celebrated in Major League Baseball. This year's press release from Major League Baseball says that all teams in the 2 leagues will be participating in the celebration. And that is the Observatory, Tuesday the 15th of April, 2025.